Karen, good mornings. Karen, good mornings. Charlotte, good mornings. You been praying, girl? That's cause Pluto and Capricorn been hitting y'all for like 16 years in the house of religion. Don't quote me on the house. Whatever house is in religion, it was gonna kick your ass one way or another. It's gonna get to you eventually in dealing with life. Yeah, yeah. Good mornings, y'all. Good mornings. I actually was gonna text you this morning, but then I didn't. Oh, y'all was both thinking about me? Man, thank you. That was the Lord. It was. They said, blah, she going through it again. But she gonna come out because I think I came out. I think I'm about there. I think I'm about there, and that's what I'm about to like talk about in here. Lasha, good. Hopefully I pronounced that wrong. Sorry if I didn't. Good mornings. Good mornings. Want us to talk? Yeah, because you know what I'm about to say in this. I was talking to my sister about it, and then Spirit said, "Shut up." Like I just completely went blank, and not blank like I thought I forgot. I just shut up. And then I said, "You know what? I think this message isn't only for you." And I have a habit of talking about things and sharing how I process what I'm thinking with one person, and then I drain myself and I'm done with it. Where other people don't get the message because I've already spoke about it. And because I spoke about it already, I'm not about to say it again because I hate repeating myself. So then now I'm sitting there like, well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to post? What reading am I supposed to do? And it's like, well, you already did it because you already spoke about it. You already said it. And then let's say I have a message and I'm like, well, I don't know how to voice it. Like, I don't know how to talk about it with people. And they're like, well, you just did it on that phone call that you were just on. I mean, how many times do we have to try to remove somebody from your life because all you do is talk, 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 talk to not necessarily the wrong people, but to just one person, and you never share it with those that actually really need it. Your message, your experiences isn't just meant for one person, it's meant for the collective, right? And Pluto moving into Aquarius, what is Aquarius energy? The collective. My North Node is Aquarius. It's going to be the collective. It's going to be, that humanitarian stuff. When I was active on the channel, what was I doing? Things for the collective. And what did I try to do? Isolate into my South Node, into the other areas of my life of Leo. It's all about me. I don't want to worry about anybody else. I want to worry about me. I'm going through things. It's about me. It's about me. And I became unbalanced, right? Unbalanced, where because of what I experienced in the past and the things that I did not learn, I was meant to stop for a moment and focus on myself, but it seemed so out of order. I kept thinking for years, there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong. I can't understand what's happening. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? I can't figure this out. And today, it dawned on me, finally, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're on the right track. You can't help anyone else until you experience what needs to be experienced. Oftentimes, we look at people's lives and we think their life is easier or it's better or they're more experienced, and they may be more experienced because of what they've already endured, what they've already gone through. They're able to speak about certain things or seem like they know what they're talking about because of what they experience or because of what they observe observed other people experience. Where for the time being that I haven't really been active on this channel or any channel, to be honest, I was literally in my head beating myself up like, well, you have to do something. You have to do something. You can't just sit here. You have to do something. You have to get out your head. You have to do something. And it makes me think now, like, if I didn't go through a spell, no matter how long it took or takes, of not knowing what to do, not going through that panic of you have to do something, but finding out that everything's going to be okay. If I didn't go through shit, hold on. Mm-mm. 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 Mm. Give me a second. Nope, 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 nope. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. Damn it! And we gotta be live. And we gotta be live. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. If I start crying, you're not gonna hear me. And I don't know when I'm gonna stop because I haven't let it out. So, but if I had not gone through the experience of not knowing what I was supposed to be doing, I could not tell anyone or teach anyone or show anyone how to get out of it, right? A lot of times we won't allow ourselves to simply just exist, because we're literally here to only exist. Yes, we're going to learn and experience, but we're here to exist. Otherwise, we would not be here. And I'm trying to make that make sense. So I hope that makes sense. We wouldn't be here. So we have to figure out a way to exist in this world with people that are different from us, that are here to experience a different type of life. So we deal with those people that come in and they leave, and they come in and they leave, where spirit brings them in for, a long term or temporarily. So we experience something within our own existence, and then it's time for them to leave. But oftentimes we create these attachments because, well, what about me? I don't want to be alone. And it's I don't want to be alone in the experience that I'm unsure of. Because if we were 100% sure that we were going to come out on top after this current experience, we wouldn't need those people. We would be okay with letting them go, with letting them experience life wherever they're meant to experience, however they're meant to experience it. Sorry. I know I got quiet. I was in my head. Going through everything. I think that part was like out of the blue, so it kind of threw me off. But either way, so maybe that part was just meant for somebody, because I don't really know where that came from. In a nutshell, which is not necessarily a nutshell, I did not experience what our next journey together is going to be like, right? There's people that were on this channel that's not here anymore. And there's people that's going to come into this channel that who knows how long they're going to stay for. This is our new journey, basically. And I have so much that I've experienced that I have not shared. Why? Because I was too drunk to share it. I was too closed off to share it. I'm very private, even though it doesn't seem like I'm private. But I'm very private, and I had a very hard time opening up and sharing and communicating what I was actually experiencing, because out of fear of rejection or fear of judgment, Like, you know how many times I read my comments and I stopped reading them, honestly, like I got sick of it. But you know how many times I read my comments and someone's like recently, you might go through it and see it, but you know, oh, I wish you didn't dye your hair. Like you look better with, you know, your normal color. Or I wish you didn't curse, or why do you curse so much? Or, you know, I don't know, like I know it can be like good mornings, insignificant, can seem insignificant. Um oh my god. No. This was not supposed to be this type of live, I swear it wasn't. But that stuff is actually hurtful. And I'm tired of putting on a wearing thick skin and acting like nothing bothers me. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. So part of me pulled back from existing in this world because people are hurtful and they don't realize that you go through things too. But if I didn't experience it, I couldn't, you know, help other people through it. Or let people know that, you know, they're not alone. Like, whether you have a platform, if whether it's big or small or whatnot else, if you're thinking about having one, it doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are, at some point you're going to endure it. And I tried to run from this because it was like my life was easier when I didn't have a platform, when I could simply run away from it all. It was easier to block people. It was easier to ghost people. All I have to do is quit that job and go to another. All I have to do is block that friend and find another. You can't necessarily run from what you're chosen to do. You have to learn to endure it and find a way around it. So it's like a lot of you guys, including myself, right, are asking for bigger positions in life. Where Spirit is like, are you sure you're ready for it? And you're like, I'm ready for it. Why isn't Spirit giving me what I know I'm ready for? And then Spirit gives you a taste of it, but it doesn't look like what you're asking for. I asked for this position. Why would Spirit give me this? Why would Spirit give me this job? Why would Spirit give me this soulmate? Why would Spirit give me this when I asked clearly for this? And then this soulmate comes in and it ruins you. It changes your personality. You lose yourself. You're crying for days. You're crying for years. You're still attached to that soulmate. You know, you're like, well, this job is horrible. Like, I don't even get the amount of money that I want. Like, yes, it takes care of the bills, but it doesn't give me the amount of money that I want. And it's like Spirit saying, I gave you this, although you keep asking me for something bigger, because I need to know that you can handle it, right? So I always said, I know the type of reader that I am, that I should have been at 1 million subscribers by now. I would have been at 1 million subscribers by now if I would have stayed focused, if I would have kept going. And Spirit is like, well, look at what we gave you. You clearly are not ready for 1 million yet, because you haven't learned how to isolate yourself from the distractions. You haven't experienced, or you haven't allowed yourself to really, how do I say it, handle the trolls or whatnot, right? Where if you react the way that you react at only 50,000, what the fuck is going to happen when you get to 1,000,000, right? You're going to have 1,000,000 damn eyes on you, basically. You're going to have 1,000,000, you know, trolls out there. Not 1,000,000 exactly, but I'm just saying. Like, 1,000,000 different opinions, 1,000,000 different lives, 1,000,000 different whatever. And if you can't handle this little bit that I'm giving you, why would I give you more, right? How they say God will never give you more than you can handle. I'm starting to see how truthful that is, okay? I'm starting to see it. So when it comes to like soulmates or whatnot, you know, we want these people in our lives, and they give us a glimpse of what love can be like for us, but it's like, what if I gave you your rightful soulmate? You can't even detach from this one person and let them live their lives. Let them move on. Let them grow. Let them, you know, heal the way that they need to heal. You can't simply let this person be them. You can't exist without them when you're literally here to exist, right? You're literally here to experience the world through your eyes, your way, without anyone else. Soulmate, you know, relationship, or how, whatever relationship, friends. You came in this world alone to exist and experience, with soul contracts that are not always meant to be long term, only meant to be the lesson there, right? But why would I give you the soulmate that I know you want and that you keep asking for if you can't handle the reaction of someone else, the life of someone else, the purpose that they're here, the lesson that they're meant to learn? Yes, it may be toxic to you, but it's a blessing for them, right? Or yes, it may be toxic for them, but it's a blessing for you. But until you can, is that on my phone? Until you can, what is it? Grasp your own personal experience, you can't have what you're asking for. That soulmate cannot come in, right? And I know we're all at different stages in our lives, but we're all, if you pay attention, experiencing literally the same thing. It's just at different stages. When I think back, or when I not think back, because I can't think back exactly, but when I think about how my mom must have felt at 35, it what age did she have me? What age did she have me at? 21? 23. So I was how old when she was 35? 12. 12. Sixth grade. Sixth grade. I remember, sixth grade. When I think about how what she may have experienced at the same age that I'm at, my life couldn't have been that difficult. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Give me a second. My life is set up different, right? And now think about your parents, or you know, who raised you or whatnot else, like whoever is close to you, adult wise, older, or those friendships that you may have, you know, built where you have people older than you. My mom had 4 kids by the age of 35. I have one who's also 12. So if anything, my mom had me at 23. I had my son at 23. He's literally now 12. So give me a second. At this age of her 35, I was also 12. Yeah. So when I think about my life now and 12-year-old me, right? I think back to 12-year-old me where I was like, Mommy, you know, I need some more money for lunch, right? Little did my mom know that my money was being tied up in paying my bullies to not bully me, to not take my pizza, not, whatever else it is. So I needed extra money because I had to, what is it? Pay off basically my bullies to like me and leave me alone. When I think about my life at 12 and what my mother must have been experiencing with 4 children, have to give 3 children lunch money. You have 1 child that's in daycare. You still have to work. Yes, you may have, or you may be married, but stay with me, don't lose me here. Life isn't so easy. Life can't be that easy. And when I look at my life, not making comparisons necessarily, but I have 1 child. So I detoured away from 4 children to 1 child that I beat myself up about because I don't feel as if I focus as much on him, right? Where it's like, I don't know how to explain it, you guys. I don't know how to say it. Trust me, it has meaning. I just don't know how to word it. In a nutshell, because I don't know how to word it, if you look at where your parents, because that's probably going to be the closest that you can get, or whoever was closer to you that's older, timelines. Yeah, if you look at the timeline of our experiences, right? The different generations, but our experiences. I think what I'm trying to say here is we oftentimes try to compare ourselves, or we get lost in the fact that someone else's life was better than ours, or we weren't afforded certain things. Like our parents' generation had it easier when it came to buying houses, or our grandparents' generation, they didn't have to deal with what's that thing called? Credit scores. That stupid shit was just invented later on in life. Or our children have it easier because they're growing up in the age of technology. Back then we didn't have all that, or it was just starting out. If you look at millennials, right? And hold on. We're the most traumatized, literally. We're the most traumatized, whether it happened in our families or just happened in the world. We are going to literally experience so fucking much. It's not even funny, right? That from a young age, right? From a very young age. Don't lose me here. And I know I might be bouncing all over the place, but literally it's just how my mind thinks. Okay, I'm not the best at lining things up. Okay, we literally experience so much from a young age. Now, our parents' generation can say they experienced a lot, which, I don't know what generation your parents are in, but stay with me. Baby boomers, imagine having 18 brothers and sisters. That's a lot. That's a lot. Imagine having them live in the same household. Or just imagine having them all spread out, and now your sister lives in another county that you hear rumors about or something else it is. Not saying that you didn't go through a lot or whatnot, because that's a whole nother ball game. I can't imagine 27 brothers and sisters. Okay, Papa was a Rolling Stone, grandfather was a Rolling Stone, somebody was rolling. Okay, but as far as millennials, we literally endure so much, and I can't name everything up in here, but experiencing 9/11, literally watching stuff that they would censor now, watching airplanes hit the towers, where nowadays something's about to hit that tower, it's blocked out. It probably isn't even necessarily live. They're not really showing that. They're very quick to hide it. You're literally watching airplanes go through, to watching the whole airport, change up overnight. Where before, where you could just go through and get on that plane and, buy that ticket and get on the plane and not really have to worry about security too much or at all. Now you're growing up in a generation where it's like, well, you have to do XYZ, 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 XYZ. You have got to go through all these procedures before you can even get on the flight, right? Or, the generation before us or whatnot, where they didn't have credit scores till now, it's like, well, because they did not experience credit scores and they were able to find the loopholes, now they screwed up their credit and they screwed up your credit because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Why didn't they know what they were doing? Because there wasn't enough experience. Stay with me here. I feel like that's what I keep trying to get back to. There wasn't enough experience when it came to credit scores. Why? Because it came out of thin air. It came out of thin air, which means there wasn't enough experience, which says there wasn't enough, what is that thing called? Security. There wasn't enough security when it came to preventing your parents from, or, scammers from using your credit score, even to this day, right? Because people are still learning about this, where you can't properly protect yourself from scammers necessarily, from using your identity or using your credit score, because it's new. No matter how old it is, if you really think back, it's literally new still. The security at the airport, the reason why 9/11 could even take place, we're not going to talk too much on that because I don't want to get into like conspiracy theories and everything else. But because security wasn't really, no one experienced something like that. No one experienced something like that to know, hey, I should have some security at the airport. I should have security, on the airplanes. No one experienced something like that before. Not to that gratitude, or not gratitude, gratitude, what's the word I'm looking for? Not to that, what is the word I'm looking for? Not to that high, whatever it's called. What was that thing called? What's the word, y'all? Magnitude. Thank you. Magnitude. Thank you. Not to that magnitude. So, think about our lives literally as the airport before. The airport before. Our parents can't necessarily provide us the security because they haven't gone through that experience yet, right? Our friends can't give us the security we need because they haven't gone through that experience before, right? Most of the time we have friendships that's around our age, at least beginning in life. They're going through the same shit we're going through. They don't fucking know how to be a friend, okay? They don't know. They don't know how to be a friend because they haven't gone through enough friendships either, enough hurt and pain either. Or you'll see people that gravitate towards those that's older because those people have already experienced enough pain when it comes to friendships where they're like, yeah, the people my age don't get me, so let me go ahead and go up. But then it's also like you still have a lesson to learn when you choose friendships that's older, because you know nothing about those age groups outside of your parents, and your parents technically are not your friends. They're not going to necessarily act like your friends because your friends aren't going to parent you necessarily, and not enough where you're going to listen, okay? You're not going to beat my ass. So it's like our friendships, no matter what age range, are all on different levels. Our parents, our siblings, all at different levels. And our goal here in life is literally to experience for that next generation or the generation, ahead of us. I don't want to use this term. Motto. In order to, I don't know how to word it. In order to heal the collective. Yep. That's what I'm going to say. to make the world a better place. Yeah. 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 Yep. The reason why, if society wanted to, rise up, we can't. We gotta take it one step at a time, right? We can't necessarily rise up, no matter if I think the same way that you think the same way that I think, because only one person has experienced enough trauma, basically, to do something about something, right? Or enough lessons to do something about something. So we oftentimes look at people like, well, they're sleeping. Yeah, they are sleeping. They don't get it. They won't get it. It's not their time. Your journey is somewhere else. It's not their time, right? So stay with me, don't lose me. So those relationships that don't work out, or they're not working out, it's not your time. It's not your time. You were only there to see that your journey was somewhere else. They were meant to push you into another relationship, into another friendship, into something else. It's not your time together, or at least not anymore. So if I use this channel as an example, right? Why did I stop necessarily? Why won't spirit let me do anything other than be present here? The journey that I was on when I first started, and that when you started with me, whenever you started with me, you're no longer on that journey. That's what I keep trying to come back to. I keep trying to get somewhere, okay? Just stay with me. You're no longer on that journey. The person that you were when you first found me, you're no longer that person. I'm no longer that person. I know you can see a difference in some type of way. I'm fucking now. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. I don't know. Okay? Some of y'all might be like, when you first met me, she was always gone. I don't fucking know. I don't know the person she was when she was always showing up. Right? Some of you guys may be like, yeah, I know, because I was here when you were always present, and then I was like, girl, what the fuck happened? And then I would be like, hey, blah, okay, she gone again. Hey, blah, okay, she gone again, right? Lady, good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all. We're no longer the same people. And today when I was talking, and I'm coming back here, but for a minute I was thinking, and if you see me sweating under here, I think it's the dress, okay? And it's kind of hot in here. Mind your business, okay? We just gonna have to sweat together, okay? Mind your business, shoot. I ain't tell you to be that dang nosy in my business, but it is hot. But I'm not going to change, and you're just going to have to see some sweat, okay? I forewarned you or something. By the way, back on topic. It got annoying, okay? I didn't want to show up for love readings. I didn't want to show up for readings, period, because after a while, even though I couldn't fully process what was happening, I realized it's all the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. I would see it in the comments. You guys be like, I'm tired of hearing about this person. I'm tired of hearing about love. I'm tired. When is my money going to get better? I'm tired of hearing about XYZ. I'm sick of it. Why? Because we're all sitting on the same timeline still. Why the fuck are we still here? Why are we here? Why are we here? I'm sick of reading about it. You're sick of hearing about it. Because we're still sitting on the same timeline, the wrong videos, doing things the wrong way. Stay with me, don't lose me here. We're doing things the wrong way. For the longest time, I knew I was not supposed to read those cards anymore. I wasn't supposed to be reading them. I just didn't know how to communicate in order to, in order to get my point across. And then also, I didn't think people would listen to me talk, because I can ramble, okay? When I get to talking, I can really get to talking, and then it can be all over the place, right? It can be all over the place. But how do you learn to be a better speaker if you don't begin, right? There was something else that you needed to hear, that you knew you need to show up for, but I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it. So if you stuck around, or you pop back in every now and again or whatnot, you may not have known what you were meant to get from this channel or me. or anything else, right? Take it as it resonates. But you knew there was something more that was going to come, which Spirit told you to wait a minute, okay? She hard-headed. She hard-headed. She don't fucking listen. Which, y'all don't fucking listen either, okay? You don't fucking listen. We all one and the same. I said we was sitting at the same thing, right? Tired of hearing the same thing, but nobody's changing. You won't change the station. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate it so much. And I won't change the program, okay? I won't change the shit up. I won't rewrite the script. Why? Because how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I haven't experienced talking before like that. But what did I experience when I used to come on here drunk as hell, telling y'all all my little private business? I was communicating. When I would come on and do the readings, half the time I wouldn't even look at the cards. Why? Because I was just communicating. Whoever is meant to literally listen to me read the cards, they meant for somebody else. They on another timeline. I wanted something more. You guys wanted something more. I could read it. We were sitting thinking the same thing, right? But it would annoy me because, and then I might curse some people out. Sorry. Okay? Sorry. You probably blocked. You might be blocked. But you can still watch me though. The other way it goes. I would curse some people out or get aggravated because I didn't know how to change it, okay? I know you're tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it too. But I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to be better. I don't know how to do better. I haven't experienced that yet. And Spirit is like, bitch, you've been going through it for the last 16 years. What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't experienced it? You've been going through it. Pluto and Capricorn, where does it sit at? What does it sit at for you? You've been going through it. It's in your third fucking house of Gemini. Communication. What is your Mercury in? Gemini. Communication. Okay? You were born for this. You were born to speak. You just need to go off of your midheaven in Virgo and get your shit together. Okay? Learn how to show up. Get it in order. Right? You learned all these different things over the course of your lifetime that a lot of people have not experienced or will never learn, or they'll never learn it until you show up and actually talk about it, right? There's people that think like you. There's people that talk like you. There's people that's waiting on you. There's people that's whatever the fuck else it is. I'm fucking out. But you keep beating yourself up. Why are you beating yourself up? And if anybody is similar to me, that's going to be that Scorpio in the 12th house, okay? I, or you, are your biggest, worst enemy, okay? You will talk yourself out of who knows what, okay? You're going to go through the most because that's how you was fucking set up. Who the fuck knows why the fuck you got to go through the most? I don't know. But either way it goes. Stay with me, don't lose me, even if you don't have Scorpio in the 12th house, okay? Check out where that Scorpio placement is. That Pluto placement is, right? Pluto rules Scorpio, right? Ain't that Scorpio? I'm pretty sure. Nope, that's Pisces. That's Scorpio. Mars is Scorpio. Who the fuck rules Scorpio? Tell me, somebody Google it. I'm pretty sure it's Pluto, but it could be Mars. But Mars could also rule Aries in Scorpio. Somebody tell me, please, before I forget the message. I'm pretty sure it's Pluto, but I could be wrong. That could be Pisces. Pisces rule at 12th house, though. But still, it's a bad placement. It's Mars. Raylan, not you got your little ass up in here. All right. Well, who the hell? Who's Pluto? What's Pluto go to? FYI, it's hot as hell in here. At any point you want to turn on the AC, you can. I just want to let you know that. At any point, I'm literally probably sweating under here. Pluto. Okay, so Mars and Pluto. Okay, Mars and Pluto. So either way it goes, Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto in Aquarius, it's gonna go through transformations, right? I think some planets have, yeah, some planets rule over two signs at least. Venus rules over Taurus and Libra, but it loves, who does it love more? Taurus more. But either way it goes. What is it? You're gonna go through major transformations when Pluto's in Capricorn. You're gonna go through major transformations when Pluto is in Aquarius. But everybody's transformation is gonna be different. It's gonna look different. But your thing is, look at where Scorpio sits at. That's the area you're really gonna be going through a huge transformation at. But look at where Capricorn sits at. Look at who's the ruler of Capricorn? Saturn. It's a lot of shit, okay? It's a lot of shit. But look at where Pluto sits at. Look at where Capricorn's sitting at. That's what you've been experiencing, these last 16 years also. Look at your sun sign. Look at your rising sign. It's a lot to kind of break down, and I'm not going to be able to break that shit down in this damn video. I'm really not, okay? This is when my little midheaven Virgo shit, because I think I forgot to elaborate on that part. I'll bring it back somehow. Kicks in. Where if we're going to talk about this, I'm going to have to write down some little points. Otherwise, we're going to be way off topic, and I'm going to have to keep bringing it back. But either way, because I think what I was trying to say here, outside of getting distracted on Scorpio in the 12th house, is we're experiencing things all in different areas, but it's all the same. I think that's what I was getting at. It's all the same, right? We're bound to experience basically, honestly, I think we was all waiting for Pluto to get out of Capricorn, okay? To be honest. We all have it at different degrees. And if you have it at the 29th degree, I'm sorry, but you definitely gonna have it harder right now. Right about this time, right now, if it's at the 29th degree for you wrapping it up, okay? But one could say, because I can't remember where mine is at, what degree it's at. But I want to say I got mine early on. Or one could say, when I started this channel, I hit my Saturn return. But then Pluto was still in Capricorn in my communication. I did good for a year. The ADHD mixed in there. I was searching for that dopamine. I was no longer getting dopamine from the channel. So now I'm trying to search for it in another area. Now I'm learning all these things about me that I didn't know before. Why? Because Pluto in Capricorn is waking me up, right? Like it's waking you up. It just depends on what area. Some of you guys, Pluto and Capricorn might have been transforming your life, whooping your ass when it came to, your family, your siblings, your children, your creativity, your finances. It all depends on what house it was sitting at. Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. It all depends on what house it was sitting at. But stay with me. Give me a second. We're finally coming out of that. So whatever you slowly were getting before, you're now going to get now. Why? Because you've gone through that slow learning experience. Because although Pluto was in Capricorn, Capricorn is still ruled by Saturn, which means it was going to be slow. So even though it took 16 years, it might have took you a long ass time to get the lesson, right? No matter what degree it was at. Because just because it's at, let's say, 4 degrees does not mean you got it when it was at 4 degrees. You might have got that shit finally when it hit fucking 20 degrees. Doesn't mean it. Some of you guys, you may not even get it this lifetime, right? You may still be learning Pluto and Capricorn shit after it ends. You got to ask yourself, what did I learn? What did I experience when these past 16 years? Did I get that? Did I get that lesson? If you don't know the time that you were born and you can't get your house placements, look at your sun sign. What is your sun sign? And then go look at where Pluto and Capricorn, let's say your Taurus sun, Taurus rising, where are they sitting at? Where did that sit at? Right? Yep. So, give me a sec. Pluto moving into Aquarius. Now, you're going to go through a transformation, but it's not going to be for you. It's not going to be meant just for you. It's going to be the collective. And you think Spirit isn't going to whip your ass, or the universe isn't going to whip your ass before you get to Pluto in Aquarius? No, you needed these final lessons so you would be able to be better for the collective, right? So, if you felt like you've been in hermit mode, you felt like things have been really slow, because they were, okay? You've been isolated. You felt isolated. You felt like Spirit kept tearing people, places, things out of your life. Like, I keep getting fired. I keep losing friends. I keep losing family. Sorry. I keep losing jobs. I think I might have said that. I don't fucking know. I keep losing something significant that you keep trying to hold on to, that you love, you enjoy so much. I never have the money for this. I never have the money to travel. I'm never able to travel. My trips are always canceled or something, right? That energy there was literally to teach you to stand still, damn it. Stand still. Be grounded. Be okay with where you are, because this next chapter, next 20 years, is literally going to be about expansion, right? Expanding, growing. Technology is going to grow out the ass. Don't get an iRobot, okay? I don't give a fuck if it cook and clean for you. Don't get one. You seen iRobot. Don't go be getting them motherfucking robots, okay? If I told you already with the credit score and the security being low because it's people aren't experienced, why the fuck would you go get you a robot where people are not experienced? Okay? Don't be stupid. Okay? Don't ride that train. But either way it goes, this is going to be for the collective, right? So now Pluto in Aquarius is moving into what, my 4th house. I'm not getting pregnant. I'm telling you that right now. I just want to let everybody know that ahead of time, okay? Ahead of time. I want to let you know that ahead of time. Moving into the 4th house of children, Cancer energy, okay? Cancer energy. I do believe it's moving into the 4th house. I'm pretty sure of it. But it may not be, but I'm pretty sure of it. Because if it's coming out the 3rd house, that's Gemini. Moving into the 4th house, that's Cancer. Either way it goes. You will, in the next 20 years, you will not see a baby. I just want to throw that out there. Congratulations to those that are coming into their motherhood, fatherhood, whatever. Congratulations. Whether that's through adoption or that's through birth or something. Congratulations. But you may see me. Damn it. Am I doing it already? Am I being nurturing now? Damn it. I was about to say, you may see me gather more children or whatnot. Not necessarily my babies. But like, you may see me communicate more nurturing. This might be the most nurturing I ever talked to y'all. I'm sorry, I was a thug. I was going through shit, okay? Capricorn was whooping my ass. I'm sorry. I done changed. I'm not getting pregnant. I done changed. Pluto and Capricorn have taught me some stuff. But you also got to remember, Aquarius is the rebel. Aquarius is the go-getter. They like their freedom. They like to experience, right? The way they want to experience. They do it their way. They're meant to do it their way. So whatever house this is moving into, you're going to go through a huge transformation to learn how to do it your way. Because your way is the only way that's going to help others like you or those to come after. You have to do it your way. So Capricorn follows the rules, right? They like that structure. They follow the rules and they do it slow until they get it, right? Because they go and get it done. Aquarius is like, all right, bitch, we got this lesson. I'm going to do it my way. I want to do it my way. This is how I want to do it. I've learned. I laid down the laws already. The land is already built. It's strong. It's stable. Now, let's start, pulling it in. Think about the ark, 40 days, 40 nights, whatever. The world was ruined with the water and stuff. And think about all the water, like, dissipating or something. I think that's the word I'm looking for. If not, it's going to be today. Think about all the water dissipating, and now you have to build on that land. The water's gone. It dried up. The land is good. Now you have to build on it. It's just you and the animals. in the family that you got. Now you have to grow it. Now you have to build on it. So think about whatever you're starting now, or you started already, you're about to expand that. It's about to grow. It's about to grow with you at the center. I look cross-eyed right there. Anyway, with you at the center, it's about to grow. It's about to expand. And you're literally, think about something taking off in your life, in whatever area it is. So your family may grow if Cancer's sitting in that fourth house for you. Not pregnancy-wise. But you may end up getting married or whatnot. Your money may grow over the next 20 years. Expand, building that generational wealth. Give me a sec. Your children can have children. Not over here. But your children could have children over the next 20 years. Your family growing, or your finances growing, or, the loans that you have may get bigger, hopefully for the better. Let's learn our lessons. But, your credit score may expand to something better than you ever imagined, right? Why is your credit score expanding? Because you have children to take care of, and they're going to need, you to have good credit so they can qualify for some things or whatnot. Or, your finances may grow because you have a bigger purpose here to help out the collective. Where, either way, what is Aquarius nature? Humanitarian. You see those people on TikTok, or maybe YouTube, but mostly TikTok or Facebook or whatever, where people donate to them to go out in the world to do better. Humanitarian. That's Aquarius energy. That's literally their energy. Where if it's falling in your second house, your personal finances, people give you their own personal finances. Oh no, that'll probably fall more into the 8th house of loans and other people's money. Either way, wherever it falls, just listen. Whether it falls in the 2nd house or the 8th house, you may find yourself getting other people's money in order for you to go out there and do God's work to help, help the cause, help your cause, whatever is most important to you. We're all at different areas in our lives, and for the longest time, we've been screaming out to the universe, I want fucking more. I want fucking more. I want fucking more. And now you're about to get more. Okay? Now you're about to get more. Now's the time where you're about to get more. Whichever area it's at, and maybe multiple areas, but I feel like it's a lot of different areas. Just some are going to be bigger than the other areas. But first, you had to get past these lessons. But in order to learn the lesson, you have to experience it. So oftentimes we don't know exactly what the lesson is. Even though we know what the lesson is, we're not ready to learn it. So the universe shakes it up, shakes up our lives, make it a little messy. It's going to hurt bad. Why? Because we're refusing to learn the lesson. We're refusing to let go. And so the tower, that tower, good old tower, comes about and it tears shit up. It shakes shit up. Now you done lost the job. That lover done left you. You're not going to have children with that person. So it don't matter how many times you try, get ready for the disappointment, because you're not going to have children. Because it's not meant to be with that person. Why? Because the lesson keeps telling you, hey, I keep showing you every time you try to have a child with that person, you're not meant to have a child with that person. Stop trying to have a child with that person. If you keep trying, you're going to have it, and you're going to find out later, because you didn't learn the lesson, that you should never have that child with that person. Best believe I learned it, okay? I learned it. Why? Because the universe kept telling me, you're not meant to have a child with that motherfucker. But I did, right? I learned a lesson. I see now, right? I still got the blessing out of it, yes, but I damn sure got the lesson. But it's like the universe is going to have to keep showing you over and over and over and over and over again. And you're like, well, why, Spirit? Why? Why can't I have this? Why can't I do that? Think about the question that you're asking the universe, why, constantly on. That is your lesson. That is your lesson. That's the one that Spirit's like, I done told you already, you're not listening. Why can't I have this? Why isn't this working out? Why? That is your lesson. That is your lesson. You're not listening. That is your lesson, right? Because until you get that, you're not going to be able to be ready, or you're not going to be able to have what you keep asking for. You're not going to be able to have it. You want to have a child, but not with that person. Not at this time, right? Because it may not necessarily be the person. It may just be the timing. Not at this time. Not with this person. There's something else we need you to focus on. What area do I need to focus on, Spirit? Well, I already showed you it. I told you it when you went to that reading that you went to. The one that irritated your spirit and you said, this not about me. Fuck that shit. They not talking about me. I already heard this shit before. That reading. The one you clicked out of because you didn't want to hear it. The message. You didn't want to hear the message. You didn't want to hear any more about XYZ or whatever. The one where you said, I heard this 1,000 times. Stay with me. I heard you tell me so many times that this person's coming back. I don't want this person to come back. Here we are again. This person's coming back. I don't want this person to come back. Here we are again. This person's coming back. I don't want this person to come back. Like, how many times are you going to keep telling me that this person's coming back when I said no? And Spirit's like, well, that was your lesson. That was the lesson. That was the lesson. You keep asking me for this soulmate, but I need to know that you over this person. And apparently you not, because you can't even allow this person to simply exist in the world that they already live in. They live. Yeah, I said they're coming back. That don't mean you got to give a fuck. Okay, but look how you act. Do you not see the way you act? Do you not see the way you act every time their name comes up? Why are you irritated? If you didn't give a fuck, why are you irritated? Okay? Why are you mad that they mentioned in this reading? I told you that you was going to get pregnant. You didn't give a fuck about that. Okay? I told you that that old ass ex from 10 years ago was going to come back, but you gave a fuck about the other one. Why? Why is this one more important than the one that's 10 years old? Because you have learned the lesson with this person. Whatever lesson need to be learned, you learned it. So you don't give a fuck. But the lesson that needs to be learned with this person, you not over it, okay? Because you haven't learned the lesson. And the reason why they keep getting brought back up, the reason why old things keep getting brought back up, especially every Mercury retrograde, okay, is because the lesson has not been learned. And I feel like for the last 16 years, Spirit has been trying to teach you something that has not been learned. The reason why your heart keeps getting broke in a certain area is because you haven't learned the lesson, right? What is that lesson? Is it your overgiving? Is it your oversharing? Is it your, I guess you could be one or the other. I don't know which one you could be. I don't know what else there could be. You're either giving or you're receiving. Is it that you're overtaking? Is it simply just you, right? Because if you think about life in general, it's never really about the other person. It's always about us. We create our own realities. So whatever's happening around us, we're projecting all of that. We are manifesting all of that. So down to having no money, why don't you have any money? What's the lesson there? Believe in yourself, okay? Believe that you can have more. You can achieve more. Believe that people love you. Believe that people, give you things. What is your fear of rejection? Why do you have a fear of rejection? I could ask myself that. Why? I don't feel like I have a full fear of rejection anymore because I've been working on that and I've been healing through that. But why won't I allow myself to expand, to grow bigger, to actually come live and actually just tell you the new things that the new downloads that Spirit taught me or told me about? Because there's a fear of rejection that, like I said, somewhere in this mix that you won't accept what I'm talking about or how I talk about it. That I may not find my soul tribe or my soul tribe may not stick around, right? I don't like losing people. I get attached and I had to learn how to detach. And the only way I know how to detach is blocking, right? So how do I detach? I don't show up. That's blocking. I avoid. I'm an avoidant. I naturally avoid, okay? I avoided my fucking therapist because she knew too much of my damn life. I didn't like that. Now I had to sign back up with her because I was going through shit and I needed her again. I need her to know my business now. But you see that? Naturally avoid. That's how I get past rejection. I avoid it. I block them. But it took me a minute to even see that was my solution. But that's not a healthy solution. That's not a good solution because that's not learning anything. I'm not learning anything. I didn't know how to communicate how I felt. I don't like that, right? I don't like the fact that you said XYZ. I don't like the fact that you did XYZ. And understand that people are either going to change or they're not going to change, but I have to accept it because they're existing in their world. I don't have to allow them in my world. I can now create a world that exists with me and whomever I want in it without them. Without them. And I don't necessarily have to avoid them or block them because I can exist on this platform with the trolls, right? I don't have to get angry you said something negative. Fuck it. I stopped reading the comments because I don't give a fuck no more. Okay? I have healed. I've been working on me. Okay? You might see a little bit of negativity, and I just don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Okay? And I honestly probably never really gave a fuck. To be honest, like if I'm being really honest, and I feel like if we're all being honest with ourselves, the things that we cry about or are concerned about, we really don't care about those things. Okay, think about Adam and Eve. They didn't give a fuck about nothing until laws were put down, rules were put down. The only reason why you give a fuck is because you're still attached to somebody's ways of being, somebody else's reality. Somebody told you you can't have money without a job. Like I was telling my son the other day, because I don't want him to grow up thinking he has to kill himself working or whatnot. Somebody taught me that you got to work hard in life. Think about the millennials, how we assed out pretty much when it comes to damn near anything in life. Housing, Social Security, whatever the fuck else it is, okay? But we were told we got to work hard. If we want a house, we got to work hard, slave, kill ourselves to death. We got to go get the 9 to 5. We got to get the fucking blue collar job or whatever. You got to go to college. You got to collect student debt and everything else, right? You got to do all the above in order to have a good enough job or to get a house or get a car, whatever else it is, right? What are you seeing now? In, the age of Aquarius or whatnot. What do you see now? Technology coming out. The next generation coming up. Being able to go into content creating so easily and, make money, become millionaires off of this, or become, instead of going through like what Nicki Minaj or Beyonce had to go through when it comes to trying to sell your CDs, trying to make sure you're at every concert. Now they're doing online concerts or they're able to put themselves out there very quickly and gravitate and find their audience and grow. And what I heard was give it the program or get left behind. That's what I heard. Give it the program or get left behind. Give it the program or get left behind. A lot of your journeys, I know I'm backtracking a minute. A lot of your journeys are literally about to change. It's already changed. You just haven't got with the program, right? Some of you guys are literally, because we're going into Pluto and Aquarius, and what is that going to do? Age of Aquarius, technology. You got to get there somehow, some way. Doesn't matter. I didn't want to upgrade to, an iPhone. I didn't want a new phone until my shit died. And I had that shit for years, and finally it died, and finally I just said Team iPhone. And I wish I never did. I wish I would have stayed Android, but stay with me. Wake up and see that some of you guys, the reason why the messages don't resonate is because you've gone through enough experience where Spirit's like, you're meant to be the teacher now. Hello? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you still watching? You're meant to be the teacher. And maybe you're not meant to be the teacher in tarot. But whatever you're good at, whatever your hobbies are, whatever you are naturally gifted at, whatever Spirit is waking you up to, you're meant to be the teacher. You're meant to be the boss. You're meant to be the CEO. Hello, it's your time. It's your time. You're meant to climb the chart, but you're refusing to because you're still stuck saying, Spirit, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But Spirit's saying, well, you didn't experience this journey to this point for no reason. You're now next in line. You're now meant to do exactly what you've been watching. Okay, exactly what you've been watching. But maybe it's with a whole different thing. Maybe it's not tarot necessarily. But some of you guys are really good at fashion, right? Why aren't you showing the world that you're good at it? Some of you guys are really good at art. Why aren't you showing the world that you're really good at it? Why do you think Spirit keeps stopping you from doing XYZ? From having XYZ? Why do you think that soulmate hasn't come through? Because what is fashion, creativity? What is that soulmate going to do? Draw your attention. Why? Because every person that comes in your life snatches your attention and you lose sight of the goal, right? I can't give you love right now if you keep forgetting about you and you keep forgetting about the collective, the people that's going to benefit from you, because you're only here to really exist. That soulmate can help you, develop, but you're still going to exist separately. You're still going to be individual people separately. Just like that that you needed what? Oh, just like your family or whatnot. You left the family's home, some of y'all at least, and at this point in life, honestly, if you decided to stay in your mama basement, I wouldn't give a damn. Okay, if my man, God forbid, Lord Jesus, I'm rebuking after I say it, but if my man decided he wanted to be in his mama basement, that's smart of you. Fuck it. It's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. Okay, it's hard out here. So if he want to be in his mama basement, he gonna have to find me in some years though, when he get out that basement though. But I don't blame him, because shit, you know how many times I thought about moving back with my damn mama? I thought about it so much, getting rid of everything and go live somewhere else where I ain't gotta pay no damn bills. I'm fucking tired. Okay, but either way it goes, we getting off track a little bit. But bring me back. Where was I at? Yeah, in a nutshell, you're meant to. Oh yeah, you're not gonna have whatever it is that you keep asking for because you refuse to do something that you're actually supposed to be doing. For instance, whatever I've been telling the universe I need it or I want it, they kept telling me I'm not gonna get it until I show up. Until I show up. Until I show up. And how am I gonna show up? The way that I'm showing up now. I have a message every day. I promise you I do. I really do. But I was always like, I don't know how to deliver this message. I don't know how to give this message. And Spirit is like, you just talk. And I would see other people on YouTube as I would scroll a little bit. And I see them like just talking. And I'm like, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe I need to be in my car. Nope, that don't work. That don't work. That don't work. Maybe I need to go to sleep. And then when I wake up and I have a message, I need to do it. But then I wake up and I don't want to get the message because I don't want to get the message. It's too late at night and I don't want to be too loud with my neighbors and everything else. Like, oh, I don't want to wake Kaleem because hell no. Okay, hell no. But I don't know how to give the message. Maybe I need to be outdoors, but it's too fucking hot and the wind is going to be blowing. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. I don't know. You see all the excuses that kept coming up and kept coming up and kept coming up? They were coming up because I was in the midst of learning the lesson, but I was also fearful. And when we're scared, we create all these excuses of, I'm not ready for this. I don't know how to do this. And Spirit is like, but you've already experienced it. I wouldn't give you more than you can handle. Whatever I'm giving you, believe me, you're ready for. It would not enter your reality whatsoever if you were not ready for it. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. Now, that's not saying it's going to go 100% perfect, because you're human. Everybody else is human. But, nice, good afternoon. But, is my thing plugged up? But, Michelle, good afternoon. Who am I missing? Michelle, good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all. But, hold on. What is it? What was the last thing I said? Give me a sec. What was the last thing I said? Oh, it would not enter your reality if you were not ready for it. I think I was getting sidetracked on hearing like the comebacks. Like, it's like as soon as I say stuff, I can automatically hear people's comebacks, which sucks. I feel like I got something on my lip, but it could be my phone. By the way it goes. Sorry. But, so, I would not show you love if you were not ready for it. Why do you reject love? Why do you keep rejecting it? Because you're not ready for it, right? I would not give you this job if you were not ready for it. Why do you keep rejecting it? Because you're not ready for it. So I feel like oftentimes we want to blame the universe on the reality that we created. The universe is only giving you what you're asking for. But of course, you're going to learn these lessons because you're here for the human experience. So I'm not only giving you what you're asking for, but I'm also giving you these lessons that you need to learn, right? You have to experience it. You asked for this shit, right? Your soul contract. That's between you and your higher self, okay? That's between y'all asses. But, whatever it is that you're asking for and you're trying to manifest, you literally have to stop for a second and ask yourself, why has this not presented itself in my life? What fear is blocking me from allowing this into my life? What journey am I holding off in order to allow this into my life? Get what I'm saying? Now let's rewind it back for a minute to when I said, everybody that is here at this moment on this channel, I don't care whether they're active on the channel or they're going to watch this video or not, you're literally right where you're supposed to be. Okay, we're lining up at the same point. Maybe not exactly the same timeline, exactly to the T, but everybody here, literally, that can hear me, okay, or that come across this video, fuck the channel, that come across this video, I don't care if you watch the whole thing or not. Whoever hears this part, or whatever part you need to, but this part particular, the message from Spirit is, what the fuck is on my lip? It might just be me. Sorry, now I'm getting distracted. But, hold on. Because I'm going to get this part out. It's the devil trying to distract me. I know it is. But, anywho, Spirit is telling you right now, right here, right now, your life is about to change. Okay? Your life is about to change. Your life is about to get better. Your life is about to expand. Whether it's through force or you actually accept it, it's going to change. This journey is over. Whatever you've been previously doing or previously experiencing, it's done. Okay? The way that you once were with your friends, it's over. The way that you once was at work, it's over. The way that you once were with your, or were, one of them, with your family, it's over. Okay? Who you used to be 1 second ago, you are no longer now. But what you need to understand is you're constantly going to be changing. And what you need to accept is the changes that happens within. Okay? Because your outside copies and mimics whatever is happening within. Whatever's happening within. What's happening within up here, what's happening within here, what's happening within wherever these chakras are aligning at. Okay? Your reality is going to showcase what's happening within here. And I feel like Spirit has had you in hermit mode or isolated from something that you wanted because you needed to work out what was happening within here. A lot of you have literally just gone through years of shadow work in a split second. It seemed overwhelming because you could handle it. Some of you guys, it might have been slow moving for you with the shadow work, but some of you guys felt like the whole world was caving in on you. Why? Because you got to get the shadow work done. You are a procrastinator. Think about the way that your mind works, okay? If you got ADHD like me, most likely your shadow work is hitting you like all right now. All right now. The whole world literally caving in on you. Why? Because you procrastinate in life in general. What's going to happen with your shadow work too? You going to procrastinate on that shit too. Yeah, you had all these years to get the fucking lesson learned, but you decided not to. So what's going to happen? You're going to see this person snatched out. Damn it, I just met them. You're going to see this person snatched out. Damn it, I just met them. You're going to see this job snatched away. Damn it, I just started that job. You're going to see this child miscarry. Damn it, I just got pregnant. Why? Because the lesson is like your ADHD. Okay? And you procrastinated on learning it, so now you got to get it all at one time. And that technically is like anybody at this point. Anybody can get it. So it don't really matter about the degrees. Fuck that shit. Okay? I'm not into astrology so much to give you the definitive stuff, okay? But either way it goes, I'm telling you because I keep losing sight of the message here. But either way, take out my fucking resonate. Your life is about to expand, meaning it's about to grow, okay? It's about to grow. So if you've been worried about your finances, stop it because it's about to grow. Why? Because this part in your journey is called, what was that thing called in that movie with Will Smith and his son and stuff? Peace. Ain't that what he said? This part of my journey is called peace. I don't know, but think about that movie. What is that movie called? You said nothing on my lip? Oh. What is that movie called? With Will Smith and his son. The Last? No. Peacemaker. What's that movie called? This part of my life is called... damn it! Pursuit of Happiness. Yes. Think about that. Think about that movie. That is your journey. That's the vision that popped up in my head. Okay? That's why they made me say that. Saying. That's your life. That's your life. Think about it. Do you see how all that chaos was happening? And if you have not seen The Pursuit of Happiness, I need you to go see it. Okay? Find a way to watch the bullshit. Okay? But if you haven't seen it in a long time, go refresh your memory because your life is changing. You went through all this bullshit. Life was great at first, right? Then you went through all this bullshit. And now, his end story is about to be your end story. Why? Because you're accepting the fact that something needs to change. Something has to change. It's me. I need to change, right? It's not about the suit that I have on. It's me. It's me. Spirit just needs my presence to accept what my next journey is. But I refuse, some of y'all, mostly fixed energy, right? I refuse to accept the next part of my journey. Why? Because I didn't have the proper suit for it. I didn't have it perfected. I didn't have all the knowledge I needed. I didn't have the best way to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Right? I didn't have the best way to do XYZ. When I think about when I started, and I tell you guys this so many times, when I first started tarot, I sucked, okay? I didn't know how to use my gifts. Yes, I knew I was good and I was going to be the best, but I didn't know how to read them cards necessarily. I knew how to read it, but I didn't know how to read it for the collective. I didn't know how to read it for signs. I knew how to read it for people, but I didn't know how to read it for, like, zodiac signs or a collective reading. I read very, very slow, but I found my rhythm as time went on. I realized I can't just shuffle all these cards and have 20 cards out here. I'm going to be all over the place, right? I realized I have to write my own spreads and number them 1 through 10. So I know what we're doing and I can stay on track. This video, you can say it's literally just to put me out there, right? To get me started. Think about it when I first started. I'm all over the place. What do you see, right? What do I need? What am I missing? My Virgo midheaven. I'm missing the fucking order. What are Virgos? Perfectionists. But what are Virgo like? Order. Virgos like order. I need fucking order. Otherwise, nobody can really stay on task, and I really can't either. Yes, I got the message, but I can't stay on task. So in the future, what will you probably find? Me with a notebook saying, look, we're going to talk about number 1. We're going to talk about number 2. We're going to talk about number 3. Why? Because I need order. Otherwise, it's going every time I come on here to even say whatever message spirit gave me, it's going to be like this. And I can't even tell you what we started off talking about in the beginning. You have to watch back because it probably was different. Okay? And if you see me tearing up, you're going to mind your motherfucking business. Okay? That was somebody else. But either way it goes. Think about every time Pluto went into a different, well, it all depends actually how old you are. Or just think about how many times your life went through a transformation. Where you thought it wasn't going to get better, but it got better. You thought you weren't going to survive it, but you survived it. You're going to survive this. Okay? Whatever it is that you're experiencing, you're going to actually survive it. You're going to come out on top. Okay? The lessons have to be learned. They're going to be learned. Whether we like it or not. Yes, some of them suck, but it only really sucks when we're fighting it. It only sucks when we don't want it to happen, which means if we don't want the changes to happen, you are attached to something that is preventing you from having what you want. You're holding on to that lover that's preventing you from having children. Which one do you want more? You gonna sacrifice it? You can sacrifice having children, but if that child is meant to come into this world and that person is only meant to be temporary, what's gonna happen? The universe is going to shake up your damn life now. Now your relationship's going to go to hell. That person's going to cheat on you over and over and break your heart over and over and over again. Why? Because the universe is saying you're out of alignment with this motherfucker. You're meant to have this child. You're meant to be happy. This part of your life is called happiness. But it's called misery right now. Why? Because you won't let go of the attachment. You're meant to make so much money, but you refuse to let go of this job. Damn it, now we gotta shake it up because this part of your life is called big baller. And now it's called brokey. Okay? Why? Because you won't let go of this bum-ass relationship that's holding you back from excelling. You won't let go of this bum-ass job that's holding you back from excelling. You won't let go of your child's hand and you're holding them back from excelling. Okay? Like your parents held you back from excelling because you experienced it and you didn't learn a lesson. You experienced what your parents put on you by, what is that word called? What is that word? Smothering you, damn it. I don't fucking know. And now you're doing it to your children. Why? Because it's been passed down. The lesson the lesson was not learned. Right? You're coddling your boyfriend like you need to be coddling your children. You're coddling your husband like you should be coddling your children. You're nurturing your husband like you should be nurturing your children. Stay with me. Don't lose me here. Your husband does need to be nurtured. Not in the same way that your children need to be nurtured. Your children need the nurturing, but you're nurturing your husband because it's out of alignment. Why is it out of alignment? Because your husband was not nurtured by his parents. Therefore, you are taking on the role of nurturing your husband like you should nurture your children instead of letting your husband or wife, take out my fucking resonate, sit in their proper energy, right? You see those relationships, stay with me, don't lose me here, and I'm not saying... I'm going to go ahead and end this live because this video is going to keep fucking up, okay? I think I'm done. I think I said all I need to say, and Spirit said get the fuck off. So if you want to join me for question and answers tonight, I'll be here sometime tonight. I'll make a post on the community post what time I'm going to be here. You can join me then. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get off because, yeah, that was my sign that I'm talking too much and whatever else it is. The message is about to go elsewhere. So love you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate each and one of y'all. Until next time, have a good one.